how we're going to focus our webinar. We're going to focus our webinar today into 3 different segments. How to lose 12 to 30 pounds in 12 weeks or less. That is, our unique selling proposition for Get in Shape for Women. We create compelling transformation in a short period of time. How to turn your passion into a meaningful career. How you turn that passion for health and fitness and empowering women into a meaningful career with Get in Shape for Women. And lastly, how to open your own Get in Shape for Women franchise. So those are our 3 areas of focus that we'll be looking at today. So we're going to start today with a positive focus. Positive focus is an exercise we started doing with after some off-site consulting that we did a couple years back. And we start every meeting that we do. Doesn't matter if it's our morning meeting, our daily morning meeting, or our annual convention that has all of our owners and managers and trainers. We start every meeting with a positive focus. And why we do that is because we know that negativity and creativity can't live in the same mind space. It's impossible. So if we can start off a meeting with positivity, and we can start off, and set the tone as a positive tone, we know that we are going to be able to really get much more out of the meeting and create a more creative mindset for all of us. So I can start. I'll do a personal and a professional positive focus. Professionally, it's 2015. We had a really great 2014, and I'm really excited about some things we have coming down the pike for 2015. I think it's going to be a banner year for Get in Shape for Women, and we're all really excited in the office to see what happens. Personally, I think personally, it's been very, very cold in New England, but I've been able to still get outside as much as I possibly can. I have a 10-month-old son who I've been trying to get out and for the short little periods of time, and it's been just fun going through winter with him, and just trying to keep the bright side of all the good things that winter brings as well. So I encourage you to do a positive focus on your own. You can write them to us. You can just say them to the people you're with, or say it out loud to yourself. But it's really great to put a positive focus in your mind to start off this meeting. So one of the other things that we got out of some off-site consulting a couple of years back was putting together our vision. And our vision kind of incorporates our purpose, our core values, and our current mission. And they, when we were during this consulting period, they asked Brian, our CEO, and Lou, our president, to sit down and really put together really spend some time and put together, what is your purpose? And of course, everybody has a purpose. We all have a purpose. But when you define it and you put it on paper and you put it down as this is what your purpose is, it's a really powerful event. So our purpose at Get in Shape for Women is 6 simple words: to empower women through body transformation. And in those 6 simple words, we use that as a mirror to hold up in everything we do in our franchise. So if we ever change a workout, is this going to help to empower women through body transformation? If we are, tinkering with the nutrition, is it going to help to empower women through body transformation? If we're opening up new locations, well, are these locations going to help to empower women through body transformation? If we're signing on new franchisees, these new franchisees believe, as we do, that their purpose is to empower women through body transformation. And it's a very powerful moment when you are able to kind of define what your purpose is and put it out there to the world so people know exactly who you are and what your objectives and goals are. The next part was to put together some core values. And to do this, we really dug deep into not only what we stand for, but what we want the people around us and the people who are working with us to stand for as well. The first core value is something that Brian really dug back to his first personal training studio that he had close to over 20 years ago. And he was about to marry his current wife, and he invited everyone, all 150 clients, to his wedding. And he says that if you aren't going to invite your clients to your wedding, are you going to treat them like family? And that's an extreme case, I know, but the same token, it says volumes about, you know, exactly how you should be looking at, you know, every person in your studio. You should be looking at them as if, you know, they're part of your family, and you should and would want to invite them to your wedding. When we can treat our customers like family, we can have those really great positive moments. We can show them that we love them, and then crush them during the workouts, and we can really have honest conversations with them as well, because that's important in a family setting. We have a passion for health and fitness. I mean, I think that goes without saying. I think that we wouldn't. I think we probably wouldn't be doing what we do if we didn't have a passion for health and fitness. But we know the importance of health and fitness. We know what health and fitness can bring to a person's not only body and health, but their self-esteem and their mind. We believe in the power of positivity. Positivity to us is everything. It's really important to be positive. And we know that not only is positivity very powerful for creating a creative mind space, a creative workspace, getting things accomplished, but also it repels negativity. And we're just going to, you know, our positivity is going to repel all that negativity, and we're not going to, and people who are consistently negative won't want to be around, because they don't want to be around that, you know, this kind of, you know, positivity, and we will attract the people who want to be part of us. We wow our customers by exceeding expectations. You know, I've heard this in the sales industry called under-promising and over-delivering, but that's really important. When a woman comes into your studio, or they come to us and they say, you know, they have this goal of losing 50 pounds, and they come to you for this help, and we tell them, we're going to get this weight off you, we're going to do it, and in the first, you know, 6 months they lose 2 pounds. Well, you're not wowing them. You're not. In fact, you're probably just really disappointing them. We want to go above and beyond. When we say 50 pounds, we want them to lose 70 pounds. We want them to be, you know, their hair blown back. We want all of our customers to realize that we care for them, and we want to not only meet their goals, but exceed their goals. We check our egos at the door. Now, this is a this is a difficult one, because there's a lot of successful people. We have a lot of very successful people in our franchise, and with having successful people in the franchise, it means that they have the right to have some ego. So by checking our egos at the door, it means that we open ourselves up to learning. So we're able to say, okay, I don't know, if you have all ego, that means you know everything. But if you're able to check your ego at the door, you open yourself up to learning new things, learning new ways of doing things that are really can make you as much more successful than you can ever imagine. We're continually learning. That is a you know, a big thing for us. We devour books here. We're constantly trying to figure out the best, you know, methods for not only exercise but for running a business, and teaching you, and going, you know, Brian's part of the strategic coach class, and he really gets a lot out of that, and he implements those lessons into our day-to-day, and we implement it into our studio owners' day-to-day as well. We believe in open and honest communication. Very important. The truth shall set you free. That's what we believe, and we know that if you can get that honesty out there, you may not agree with me, and I may not agree with you, but as long as we can have that open and honest communication, it's going to create a much better workspace. It's going to create a better life space. And if you're able to have that open, honest communication with your with the women in your studio, and you're able to say to them, you know, hey, Sally, I noticed you put on a couple pounds last week. What happened? Let's talk about this and get that out there. You're going to really help to make them a better, you're going to give them a better situation. You're going to put them in a better spot to help transform. We believe accountability leads to success. It's part of our 4 components. It's, we understand that, you need to be held accountable in everything you do, and we need to be held accountable as well in order for us to be successful. Because if we're not, then we're just kidding ourselves. We're not going to be doing what needs to be done to be successful. That's a very small margin of people who can really do that. So we want to hold you accountable. We want you to hold us accountable, and we're all going to be successful in that manner. And we love what we do. Goes without saying, I don't work a day in my life. I had the luxury of, at an early age, realizing that I don't want to do anything that I'm not passionate about. And I decided that I was going to find passion and learn how to make a career out of it. So I've done that since I was in my early 20s. I've followed my passion, and I don't work any day in my life. One of my first days sitting down with Brian Cook during this process of coming over to Get in Shape for Women, he told me in a great story that he no longer worries about parenting because he found out that all he needs to do for his kids is teach them how to find their passion and then teach them how to make money at their passion. And I knew right then, like, that is exactly the type of clientele, the person I want to work for, someone who believes in that, someone who believes it and truly loves what they do. So those are our core values. And that's kind of, we put these out here because, again, we want to attract the people who believe in these, and we want to, lack of a better term, repel the people who don't, because they're not going to be a good fit in the situation if these are not, core values that they kind of really believe in. And the last part of our vision is our mission, to open 500 locations by 2024 by developing the best fitness franchise model in the world. And we have, and you look at that, right now we're at 92 studios in 2015. And you may think to yourself, wow, that's a lot of studios to open in a 9-year period. But we have put together the plans. We have put together the growth strategy. We understand, we have the, we now know exactly how to do it by not only growing franchisees, but growing corporate stores to support our franchisees in certain areas and using them strategically to really grow this franchise. And we know that we can, grow this franchise 10 times and 10 times again and 10 times again to be the best fitness franchise in the world. So now we're going to get into what we are. We are a body transformation model. One of the things we always like to say is that there's great workouts everywhere, but there's body transformation nowhere. And our specialty is body transformation. And the way we achieve body transformation is through the 4 components of weight training, cardio, nutrition, and accountability. The key is the sum of all the parts. If you're not achieving transformation, it means that something's missing. You can't remove one of those pieces and try to be successful. You need to have all those pieces there. And if you have all those pieces, you're gonna be able to help to achieve transformation. First one is weight training. You need to have weight training because, and I think this is the one that, without a doubt, is the first pushback from anybody, because I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to get a ton of big muscles. You're not going to get a ton of big muscles. You're not going to get bulky because you're limiting your caloric intake. But what you're going to do is you're going to put on lean body mass. And by putting on lean body mass, you're going to increase your resting metabolism. And by increasing your resting metabolism, you're going to burn more calories per day. So if you put on 5 pounds of lean body mass, you're going to increase your caloric burn to 200 more calories per day than the person who doesn't have that extra 5 pounds of lean body mass. That means that you're going to burn the same amount of calories as someone who goes for, you know, a 2 to 3 mile run, just by putting on that body mass. Also, there's tons of great effects of weight training, increasing balance, increasing core strength, which is really important, especially as you grow older. Increasing bone density, which is extremely important. So all these things are really you need to weight training because it's so important for you, for your body chemistry and to help you lose weight. We achieve this through a systematic workout of the week, and you receive this as a franchisee once a week. And we do the workout of the week is a combination of functional movements using simple movements for large body, from working multiple large body groups, muscle groups, and it's also designed to not be overly complicated, so you're in fear of injuring yourself. So that's, it's simple functional movements of combination upper body, lower body, with suspension training, kettlebell, dumbbell, and body weight resistance as well. Now cardio that's where the big calorie burn comes from, and we do our cardio in 25 minutes of high intensity interval training, because we know that doing interval training is the best way to burn calories over a short period of time. So we can burn the same amount of calories over 25 minutes that someone who's going out and doing, a long, slow distance run can do. And how we do that is we have an interval timer that we have multiple different intervals that will be, say, steady state of 3 minutes, and then really pushing yourself at a high interval for 1 minute. Or we switch it up 2 minutes and 45 seconds, or 90 seconds and 90 seconds. And it's constantly changing. By doing that, we're really increasing a calorie burn. We're increasing a fat burn. We're creating an afterburn effect for after we're done working out as well. So you're going to continue to burn fat after you're done working out. You're going to increase your HDL, which is your good cholesterol. You're going to lower your blood pressure, and you're also going to lower your heart rate, which is really important for your health by doing doing that 25 minutes of high intensity interval cardio. Nutrition. Now, nutrition is perhaps the most important aspect of this model. You can't work off a bad diet. It's impossible. You can't do it unless you're doing like Michael Phelps style workouts. And our goal with nutrition is to simplify nutrition. Our goal is to take the wow out of eating, teach our ladies how to, eat clean, eat properly, and making sure that they're eating not a bunch of processed foods, but whole foods as well. So the major aspects of our nutrition program are 1,300 to 1,600 calories per day, 100 grams of protein minimum. The reason we say 100 grams of protein is because if you're putting 100 grams of protein and you're limiting your calories between 1,300 and 1,600 calories, you know that you're not going to be putting in a bunch of filler calorie. If you're putting in 100 grams of protein, you're going to be putting in good quality food in order to reach that 100 grams of protein. 8 to 10 glasses of water every day, eating every 2 to 3 hours, and then you have one free day. And that one free day puts some color back into people's faces, because this is a big change for a lot of people. But having that one free day as that, okay, I'm going to be able to go back and do whatever, have a glass of wine or, have that pizza. But as you progress and as your body starts to transform, your body chemistry starts to change, that one free day becomes less and less, and, to a point where that one free day is kind of, you don't really need it anymore. Accountability is our fourth one. And like I said in our core values, accountability leads to success. And we hold you accountable. The way we do that is through weekly weigh-ins, through motivations, through hard conversations, and helping to manage your behavior. Having those hard conversations when after a weigh-in, when you put on a couple pounds, and then saying, all right, well, what happened? oh, you know, I went to dinner a couple times last week. I had a couple extra glasses of wine, had some girlfriends over, and da-da. Okay, well, listen, next time you go out to dinner, why don't you bring in a copy of the menu, and we can try to find some good food for you to do that. Or, you know, why don't you come, you know, go for a walk instead of having, you know, extra glass of wine or something like that. And really trying to help you manage your behaviors to help you achieve that transformation. So those are the 4 components and why they're so important, and why they we have them as kind of the cornerstone of Get in Shape for Women. Now, how do you get started? Now, if you're looking to you know, potentially lose some weight yourself, maybe upstart a program that you're on, you know, maybe you just kind of feel stagnated, go to our website, getinshapeforwomen.com/7LBS 7 days, 7 pounds in 7 days, and we have a free report on there, and it's how to safely lose 7 pounds in 7 days in the privacy of your own home. And we'll go through the blueprint of our nutrition. We'll go through some body weight exercises, some cardio, talk about body chemistry, and it's a really, really great free report. We'll also give you video updates. That young lady you see there is Helen. Brian actually trained her herself during the 7-day period, and she lost a good amount of weight. I think she lost over 7 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. You know, you'll have a really great opportunity to kind of dig into what Get in Shape for Women is all about. So that's our first section. That's how to lose those 12 to 30 pounds in 12 weeks or less. The next section I want to get into is how to turn that passion into a meaningful career. Now, the career opportunities we have available at Get in Shape for Women are managers, full-time trainers, and part-time trainers. The manager is the backbone of the store. They do the majority of everything that happens. They hire the trainers. They host the meetings. They make sure the studio operations, the day-to-day studio operations, are being fulfilled. They are onboarding clients. They're running free sessions. They're developing the trainers to be as successful as possible. And that's their goal. They're typically there 50 hours a week, and that is what that's our managers. The full-time trainer and the part-time trainer have similar, except their time they're there. The full-time trainer is normally 40 hours a week. The part-time trainer is anywhere from 15 to 20 hours a week. And their major goal is to deliver the 4 components equally and systematize that process. And we systematize that process to make them successful. And also their goal is to be talking about referrals, testimonials, and renewals with the clients to be in really helping the clients to achieve their goals. Now, how to apply for this is you can go onto our website, getinshapeforwomen.com. You can go /careers, and you can apply to an existing location. There you'll see a tab on there that says preferred location, and you can apply to an existing location. Or you can also pick to put the area you're in now, so you can let us know where you're available. Because what that does is it helps us pair talented managers and trainers up with potential franchisees. So say you're in Austin, Texas, and we don't have a studio there yet, but we may have someone who's interested in buying a studio there. So you can put that in there, and we can be like, hey, we can show the owner who's potentially buying in Austin, we have some really great talent in this area, and we're going to start pushing people to that area because we have such great talent in that area. So that's how you would apply. We currently have 92 locations in 16 states. We're very dense in Massachusetts in the Northeast. We also have 5 locations out in California, 3 in Florida, a couple in Minnesota. So we have locations all across in those highlighted green states. And we're looking to grow, and we will be growing to 500 locations in the next 9 years. So, you know, there's definitely a lot of opportunity out there. And this is the area of focus that we look to kind of open in, and we see a lot of potential to open in. So, you know, we see a ton of potential in the New York, New Jersey area. We already have 11 studios in New Jersey. Pennsylvania, Virginia, Mid-Atlantic area, we see tons of opportunity. Same with California, Texas, and Florida. We know that these are great spots that we can really help to blow up Get in Shape for Women. So if you're in these areas, make sure you're putting down that you're in these areas, and we can start helping to push owners into this area. So that's getting into how to turn your passion into a meaningful career. Now, the next segment is really, we're going to really get into how to open up your own franchise and what it goes into becoming a franchisee with Get in Shape for Women. So our franchise opportunities. Again, we're going to go back to the areas of focus map, and you can see these are, the one thing I want to clarify is these are not the only areas that we're going to open up Get in Shape for Women. We're going to open up Get in Shape for Women in all 50 states. We're going to have every state's going to have a Get in Shape for Women in it, and every territory we're going to have places for it. It's just, here are some areas of focus that we're focusing on right now. So if you happen to be in Oregon, it doesn't, just because we don't have a number there doesn't mean that we're not focused on your area. It's just that this is our kind of our front line area. But we definitely want to open up territories everywhere. So I want to make sure that I clarify that if you're in Alabama, or if you're in Oregon or Mississippi, we definitely can't wait to meet you as well, and can't wait to get your studio open up there. So this is our Get in Shape for Women flow chart, kind of our franchisee startup chart. Today you're on the webinar. The next step after this, and I'm going to give you guys my contact information directly after we're done this webinar, is have an initial schedule an initial phone call with me. That initial phone call, I'm going to really kind of dig into. We're going to talk about any questions you have from the webinar, any questions you have about Get in Shape for Women in the next steps. After that is Discovery Day. Discovery Day is held at our corporate office. You get to meet the entire corporate team. It is in-depth, where we talk about our growth strategy. We talk about our areas of focus. We talk about our systems. We get into territory selection. We get into marketing, technology. We really dig deep into Get in Shape for Women and give you the full rundown. We also get a chance to meet you, and you get a chance to meet us, so we can make sure that this could be a great working relationship. After Discovery Day, we give you the FDD, which is the Federal Disclosure Document. We also give you a territory hold form, and we will hold your territories during your disclosure period, which is 14 days after you received the FDD, and we'll hold your territories, and we'll start doing some demographic research and territory research in order to help you, find the best area in the territories you like. After your 14-day period is up, you can then sign the FDD and the franchise agreement, which will make you an official franchisee. And at that point, you'll get the new franchisee checklist. We'll start, we've already started the site selection process, but we'll start sending out LOIs, which are letter of intent to landlords. We'll start getting the leases lined up. We'll help you, but we won't. We won't negotiate your lease for you, but we'll help you, and we'll make sure that you're getting the best process on your lease. We'll put together a floor plan. We'll help you with your build out. We'll give you our construction manual. Our construction manual will list everything that needs to be done, so you can go and hire a contractor, and they can look at our construction manual and go, oh, this is exactly what needs to be done. There's no other questions here. All the material and everything's there. You'll hire your team. We'll help you with hiring your team. We'll give you the best practices for hiring the strongest candidates. You'll also go through franchise school, which is held at our corporate office. In fact, right now it's going on as we speak. In our franchise school, we have, you'll come in and you'll learn soup to nuts, everything there is to know about Get in Shape for Women. You'll learn about studio operations, free session steps, phone call script. You'll role play. You'll do the workout. You'll run a free session. You'll do a training session. You'll go through the marketing and everything. It will be an intensive 5-day period where you'll just really dig into Get in Shape for Women. Then we'll have your grand opening. Right after your grand opening, we're going to send out our support teams for a site visit. There's constant support going on. There's Monday. Every Monday, there's a Monday morning owner week setup call where Brian and Lou We'll go through the week with you and help you set up your, your objectives and your weekly planners. There's weekly webinars for the owners, managers, and trainers. There's sales webinars, there's transformation webinars, there's new owner calls, there's annual conventions, there's monthly calls, there's quarterly meetings. So there's a ton of support that goes on. After your first year, we'll do an analysis with and another site visit, and then we'll get ready for opening your second studio. These are some of the manuals that we use at Get in Shape for Women. We have our new franchisee checklist, which we go through with you as you're opening up your new franchise. Your construction manual is every piece of material you need to give your contractor to show them how to build your studio to spec, and your operations manual, which is how everything that is Get in Shape for Women, kind of the Bible. Now here's the startup cost. The startup cost can range anywhere from $51,000 to $200,000, and the reason we have that such a big range there is because there's certain kind of factors. A lot of landlords will give you either tenant improvement money towards your build out, or will do the build out for you. Some won't do anything at all. So if you're able to, if your landlord's willing to do the build out for you, you have no expense there. Or you typically could be in the $50,000 range, $40,000 range on the high end. Additional funds, you want to have about $50,000 in additional funds just to get yourself started. This is the money you for your startup period. And then equipment's going to be anywhere from $16,000 to $25,000. And again, the reason why that's such a difference there is because if your credit's good and you want to, we have the ability to finance a lot of our equipment. So you can get really great financing deals through some of our vendors. Or if you want to pay straight up for it, that's kind of in the range of where you'd be looking at to pay around the $25,000, maybe even a little bit less now since we've changed up some equipment. Here's our hours of operations, and this is for all of our studios. Pardon me. We have Monday through Friday, we're 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then we break from 12 to 4, and we're 4 to 8. And then Saturday, we're 8 to 12. And this is the minimum hours that all of our studios are open. As you grow and get above your 150 clients, you are more than welcome to expand your hours. Opening up and staying open until 12:30 or 1 o'clock, opening back up at 3:30. Maybe on Saturdays, opening up at 6 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. So you have that ability to ramp up your hours and increase your amount of people you have in the studio. Again, managers typically between 40 and 50 hours, more likely on the 50-hour range. Full-time trainers are around 40 hours a week. And part-time trainers, 14, 15 hours a week is where we see them mostly. That structure is 54 hours a week that you see above the 6 to 12, 4 to 8, and 8 to 12. That's 54 hours. So, 40 hours for the full-time trainer, and then about 14 hours for the part-time. Here's a sample studio expense. This is really, really a sample. This is and it's also as an owner-operator model. So, the rent typically is anywhere from, the rent, I can't tell you. It's going to range. We have people paying, $1,500 a month. We have people paying much more than that. So we kind of average that at about $3,500 a month. Utilities, local advertising, national funds. So this is, with these expenses are with you you coming in as an owner operator. So you can kind of see there's you can keep your expenses low and where you can and how you can make your money after your expenses. Here's our training options. We do 3 different styles of training. 3 different packages: a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 12-month package. And the 3 months, $31 session; 6 months, $26 session; 12 months, $21 session. But in the first 30 days, everybody has the right to upgrade to the next package up and maintain the pricing and get discounted the pricing of the bigger package. So, for example, if you sign up for a 6-month package in the first 30 days, you realize, wow, I want to be here for a full year. we can then give you the discounted price for the 12-month and upgrade you for that discount. Our revenue streams, we have a bunch of different revenue streams that of ways of money is coming into the studio. New sales is the top one. New sales that's every new person coming in your studio. That's everybody who is signing up for that brand new 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month package. Upgrades is like I just talked about. Anybody who's upgrading to a new package of going from a 3 to 6 or 6 to 12 or a 3 to 12 month. Renewals, I recently had a great owner I was speaking with recently. He was a manager at one of our great studios. Now he's an owner of his own at a great studio. And he said during a discovery day that he was at, 80% of his leads come from referrals and renewals. So he's getting, he's really creating great transformation in his studio. So he's having all those people renew, and they're referring friends for new sales. So if you're getting renewals, you can get those referrals as well. And then protein sales, we sell protein in our studios. It's minimal, but it is definitely a revenue stream. And then we have an athletic clothing line that we're working with that will be coming soon. We're working with this company that creates such a great product that's similar to like a Lululemon style of clothing, but it can be branded as a Get in Shape for Women logo, with the Get in Shape for Women logo, and we're going to be selling that throughout our studios as well as just one more, revenue stream. Excuse me. Item 19, that's our financial performance representation. So this is in our FTD, and this is the only, we have to be careful about what we talk about and giving any sort of financial representation and any sort of performance financial claims. So what this allows us to do is this allows us to talk about average across the entire franchise, and we put this out every year with our FD Day. So this is from 2012. We had in our 2013 FD Day. 2013 and our 2014 FD Day. I apologize. So we had 92 studios open during that period, and this is for every studio that's open for for more than 1 day. So it doesn't matter if the studio was open for 2 months or for 6 years. We incorporate everybody. We want it to be a really true number. Our average monthly revenue across the 92 studios is $25,000. The average monthly operating expense before a manager's salary was $18,454, and the average income was just shy of $80,000 before a manager's salary. The number of outlets that attained or surpassed that stated result were just about half our studios. We hit that goal, which is great. But we also list our top 10%, and the thing is, we really want people don't want to aim for average; they want to aim for the top 10%. So we want to make sure that we list also what our top 10 achieved. The average monthly revenue for our top 10 was about $38,904 per month, and the monthly operating expense before manager's salary was $20,566. That means an income of $220,000 before a manager's salary. So you can see, what these top 10 studios and what the above average studios are doing. Again, it shows a list of what our top 10 were. Acton, Mass, had a great year. Braintree, another great year. Lexington, Salem. This is a great mixture of owner-operators and studios who have managers in place. Also, it's a great mixture of single-unit owners and multi-unit owners. So there's no, magic potion of what is the best possible solution. So this is all these people it's a full mixture. It's about half and half of everything across the entire board. So you can see there's a lot of potential, no matter how you want to run your studios. So I want to talk a little bit about the site selection process and how we help you with your site selection. So when you give us your territories to hold, excuse me, when we give you your territories to hold, we're going to start some preliminary selection. So this is something you can do as well. You can go to GISFW.com. This is a free website that allows you to put in parameters of demographic research, median income populations, the two that we always go for, and pick a location, and you can pick out, you know, the top zip codes, or you can look specifically for the zip code you happen to be in. You can see, like, you know, Scarsdale, New York, median income of 122,000 with a population of 38,700. That's phenomenal. Those are some great areas. These are just some really stellar areas that we can see huge potential of putting in studios in. And then we find our locations in these areas by using a combination of local brokers, Craigslist, LoopNet, CoStar. I have constantly getting phone calls from real estate brokers. I have a stable of real estate brokers who I work with and love to, and they always are sending me great locations that fit in our footprint of, you know, 700 to 1,200 square feet. We also do, you know, this is an example. This is an example from LoopNet. This is our just a location that can be demised down to 1,100 square feet in Great Neck, New York. So it's a great location with a lot of great potential. It's in a strip shopping area. It's got great parking. And these are some of the things we're looking for. We're looking for great parking. We're looking for visibility. We don't need to be in the downtown area because we are a destination location. So we can have people travel to us, and that helps us save on rent. But, you know, we definitely want to have great parking and great, you know, price per square foot. And then we use other programs like STDB Online, which is a database for doing demographic research. So if you look, these are the 1 mile, 2 mile, and 3 mile rings around Great Neck, New York, and we kind of get an idea of, you know, then look at where the demographics are directly around those areas. So this is the 3 mile radius for Great Neck. You have a population of 191,000 people within 3 miles, and you need 150 women to fill a studio. You have 80,000 potential women to work with in 3 miles of that studio, and you need 150 to fill your studio. So you can see there's a great potential with a median household income of $82,000. So there's money there and there's population. And this is the things that we're looking for to help really find a great location for you. Now, after we do the site selection, we find your spot. We're going to help you put together a floor plan, and this is going to give you the idea of what your studio is going to look like. You know, the office, where the bathroom is going to be, where your strength area is going to be, where your cardio area is going to be. Pardon me again, apologies. Front desk. So this is, you know, you can walk into your studio now into this bare vanilla box of a space and know exactly where everything's going to be. And now, talking a little bit about the support that goes into, you know, being a franchise, goes into that you're going to get as a franchisee. I talked about franchise school that's going on right now. Like I said, it's that week-long schooling at our corporate office, really intense schooling to help you to just learn everything. But it's also the same token. It's like drinking from a water fountain. I'm drinking from a fire hose, rather, where you're going to be getting a ton of information. So we're going to help distill that information with weekly owners calls. We're going to help distill that information with weekly new owners calls, weekly support calls, weekly support webinars through either, so you can learn about techniques of sale or techniques of transformation. We have a month-end live stream that we do. In fact, we do the month-end owners call. It's like a booster call to really get into our 4 areas of focus and our systems. We have quarterly meetings. Once a quarter, all the owners from across the country come in, and we focus on those 4 areas. We do coaching. It's not just, you know, getting together. It's really intense coaching. And then our annual convention is a combination of not only coaching, but also recognition as well, because we get really deep into coaching. We hold our quarterly meeting there. But then you know, on the Saturday night of the convention, we do a nice dinner. Really, it's a lot of fun, and we give recognition to all of our franchisees. So this is our Get in Shape for Women system, and this is our diagnostic tool, and this is going to help you run your. This is what you'll learn at franchise school. It's going to help you run your studio. You know, it all starts with the vision, the culture, the capital, the strategic planning. You have all those things to put in place. Once you have those put in place, you can go into marketing. We're going to go hit the line, right down the line: sales, new client experience, body transformation, community, referrals, testimonials, and enhancements to the model. Now, all those boxes are filled in when you come to franchise school, and we can then, and you can also use that diagnostic tool if you're having a hiccup, to be like, okay, what am I not doing here? What am I not doing in sales? Oh, I'm not using the pen statement. Oh, I'm not doing the you know, lead follow-up. You know, body transformation. Oh, I'm not you know, really pushing nutrition, so that's not going to help me get any kind of transformation. So that's exactly where, you know, this system is really the backbone of Get in Shape for Women. Here are some just pictures from one of our quarterly meetings we recently had. It's showing just some of the roundtable discussions that we had with our owners and managers. This is a manager table. All these people here are, you know, we talk about the same thing on the owner and the manager side, and we really want to, you know, explore the best, you know, tools from both aspects. This is our owners table. You know, going through the roundtable discussion. These are some of the awards we give out. We have a monthly, every month we give out the first place trophy, the first place for revenue. And then we do a top 10 board. We do the same thing quarterly for the top quarterly franchise, and then we do the annual top franchise. That's you know, our top franchisee from 2013 right there. Here's our 2013 top owners. We want to make sure that we recognize all of our top owners. So here's some of the technology that we're using. We use I guess for lack of a better term, CRM, called MindBody, and it's a support system that allows us to keep all of our it keeps all of our clients in there. It allows them to do online scheduling. It allows us to keep our dashboards. It allows us to keep track of progression of, you know, weight loss, transformation. It allows us to, you know, it works as a merchant account, so we can use it as a credit card processor as well. So it's all encompassing. We also have a mobile app that was just about to be launched that will be available for everybody to download, and all of our clients to download, and they'll be able to change their sessions and upgrade and do things like that right from their mobile app. This is some of our strategic planning that we do. Pardon me. Here's some of our strategic planning. Goal setting is really important in our studio and in all of our studios, and also on the corporate side. So we want to make sure that we are able to really help you to set your goals. So today at Basecamp, you have 0 customers, 0 revenue, and 0 studios. But where do you want to be in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020? Where are your goals? Where do you want to, you know, do you want to own 10 studios, average revenue of 40,000 with, you know, 1,500 customers, or do you want to own 1 but have a really strong average revenue and really great customer count? Or how do you want to do it? And we'll figure out your goals. Not only that, but you can give this then to your managers and trainers and show them where you're going and help them, and they can help you to achieve the goals as well, and they want to be part of this as you move forward. So that is that's a lot, you know, that just gave you a lot of information. So the next thing I want to do, guys, is really set up that initial phone call. And set that up with me. You know, I'm going to give you my email address and my phone number, so you can call me and email me to set up that initial call, and then I can answer and really dig into any kind of questions you have that from this webinar, and also from you know, just the research you're doing yourself. So that's me. This is my information, so I'm going to leave this up for a couple seconds for you guys to be able to take this down. I'll also put this back up at the end of our of the webinar, just so you can then, if you don't have a pen and paper or computer handy, you can put this information down with it right now. But yeah, I really look forward to hearing from you. I can't wait to have this conversation and start forward. Discovery Day. Discovery Day is going to be January 30th. It is a Friday between 10 and 3 at our corporate office. I will send you a link to sign up for Discovery Day. Now, at Discovery Day, that is your opportunity to really learn about getting in shape for women. And we talked about this a little bit before when I showed you this. It is it's your opportunity to really dig in and find out, go through our growth strategy. You're going through the systems, you're going through marketing, site selection, you're going to meet our entire corporate team, you're going to find out what makes us tick, you're going to go through the 4 components really in depth with our director of support and training, and you're going to really learn if this is a good fit for you. So like I said, it's January 30th at our corporate office, and I'll send you a link to sign up for that. And now, this is just one of our charities we work with. Fonkaze is a micro-lending company in Haiti, helping to empower Haiti's poorest women. They have so much that mirrors exactly who we are, and it's a really great organization that's doing micro-lending to women only to help to bring them out of this extreme poverty. And we really align with them, so we do a lot of charity events in the franchise to help support them. This Brian actually went down. You can see Brian in a couple of these pictures. He actually went down to Haiti and got a chance to work with them, and we've done some great fundraising for this company. Here's some of our listings from Entrepreneur and Inc. about showing that we've been on the Franchise 500 for the past, I think, 5 or 6 years. I think 6 years now. We've been on the Franchise 500, which is really a phenomenal accomplishment. It's really difficult, and we were really proud of that. Here's some books. Like I said, we're devoted readers and just really just great, students of not only fitness but business. Just some really, Michael Gerber was a very important in Brian's starting Rich Dad Poor Dad, where he talks about having income generating assets to create wealth, and having a studio is an income generating asset. Good to Great, Jim Collins, phenomenal book. His whole premise saying that good is the enemy to great. He talks about these companies who went from being decent, good companies to really great companies and overwhelmingly producing companies. Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. This is some really great using data and goal setting to really analyze your business and help your business grow. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is an absolute classic. Thoughts are things. Using the power of thoughts to and the power of positivity to help you grow, and not only financially but mentally and spiritually and emotionally as well. And then Unique Ability is part of Strategic Coach, and that's really helping you find your unique ability and realizing that every person has a unique ability, and how to find it and then how to really make the most of it. Now, these are some great inspiring TED Talks that are we kind of go back to. That Simon Sinek TED Talk is one of my favorites. It is something that I go to quarterly probably and really rewatch, and it really helps to refocus me. Just one of my all-time favorites. You can see just by the views they have how impressive these are. So guys, that is our presentation. We've gotten through all 3 topics of the webinar. I know there's a lot of information. I'm going to put my information back up so you can schedule that initial call. And it's really important, guys, to schedule that initial call. The one thing we always like to do, along with Positive Focus, is to really talk about our final thought. We kind of sum up the meeting with one final thought. And now, again, I invite you to do this. I invite you to send these in to me, to just do it with the people you're with, or doing it by yourself, to really summarize your meeting. My final thought today is on meaningful, meaningful work, and what meaningful work means, and how a lot of us work for a living, but how so many of us aren't doing that meaningful work, and how I can't wait to help you really achieve that that ability to do meaningful work. Guys, thank you so much. Again, Happy New Year. I hope you're excited about 2015 as I am. Set up that call with me. I look forward to hearing from you. One more thing. I'm going to send you a copy of this webinar. I'm going to send you also a link to Discovery Day. I really can't wait to meet you on January 30th at Discovery Day, and I will, I look forward to just catching up with you. Thank you again, guys, and have a great day.